Hello, friends. Millions of baboons have invaded countries around the world. In the United States, according to estimates by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, referred to as the EPA, the number of baboons in Florida is about tens of thousands. So how do farmers cope with millions of baboons around the world? Let's find out with mousefarm in this video. Baboons are an increasingly serious problem in the United States, creating major challenges for the environment and humans. They are not only a threat to people's health and safety, but also pose a great risk to agriculture and the living environment. According to estimates by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the baboons' population in Florida is currently around 5,000, but some scientists suspect that the number could be as high as 10,000. Olive baboons, originally from Africa and brought to the United States as pets. But they have now become an unforeseen challenge. Baboons mainly live in suburban and rural areas, from forests to residential areas. Their invasive behavior becomes a particular concern when they attack people and farms. This breed as strong as family bonds, causing them to become aggressive when they feel threatened. Baboons are highly asocial but a dangerous species, are creating a crisis in Florida. As of 2022, according to the Florida Department of Health, there have been 27 attacks, including biting, scratching, and even throwing objects, causing people and even dogs to become victims. Baboons' attacks not only make people afraid, but also cause serious injuries. The year 2022 saw 14 attacks on people, with the result not only of injuries, but also widespread fear and anxiety in the community. Not only do baboons pose a threat to human health, they also create economic problems. In 2022, Florida farms recorded losses of up to $1 million due to baboons stealing fruits, vegetables, and grains. The act of stealing food also destroys the food security of the community. The creativity of baboons not only appears in stealing food, but also in destroying cars to get food. Additionally, they eat fruit trees, creating nearly $2 million in damage to farmers in Florida. This is a multi-dimensional issue, from economics to the environment. Not only are they robbers and ferocious, baboons also carry dangerous diseases. The spread of diseases such as malaria, yellow fever, and polio increased public health concerns. The United States government is working to control the baboon population through capture, relocation, and public education. However, this is a complex problem that requires creative and effective solutions. Research into biological control methods is going to ensure safety for both humans and the environment. Not only an environmental challenge, but the baboons are also a challenging problem for the creativity and consensus of the community to protect everyone's life and future. Baboon hunting in Florida, USA, began in 2019 and is considered an important solution in controlling invasive baboon populations. The Florida state government has adopted a series of regulations and permits to ensure that this measure is carried out safely and effectively. Participants must meet several conditions to obtain baboon hunting license, including being at least 18 years old, a Florida hunting license, and a hunting equipment certification. This helps ensuring that only people with sufficient experience and responsibility are involved in the population control process. There are many regulations to ensure that hunting occurs in a sustainable manner and doesn't harm populations. Hunting is permitted only in suburban and rural areas of Florida, using low-recoil hunting equipment, and hunting of baby or pregnant baboons is prohibited. Baboons are a very intelligent animal with group living habits. To hunt them, it is necessary to hide in close areas and remain silent until they appear. Hunters need to stay calm and observe carefully before shooting baboons. Baboon hunting skills are important because of their versatility. If you want to participate in hunting this species, you need to practice a lot to improve your skills. In 2022, 1,000 baboons were hunted in Florida. Although this number is significant, it is not to control the population. However, this is an important step in reducing the pressure from this population on the local environment. According to CDC estimates, hunting has helped reducing Florida's invasive baboon population by about 10%. This is a significant achievement. However, problems remain and require continuity and creativity in the control process. When using hunting tools, participants need to pay attention to safety. In addition to hunting, some other areas have transformed them from a wild species into a pet species in zoo areas. This is also one of the humane measures for them and also to protect people and farms from encroachment. You can go to these zoos to monitor their living habits so you can learn how to deal with these wise monkeys. For this species of baboon, what measures are there to deal with this intelligent species? Although they are a pest, dealing with them humanly is still a top priority. Please, share the humanitarian measures you know in the comment section below. Thank you, and for now, allow me to invite you to continue watching the rest of the video. Let's keep watching together. Wild boars hunting expeditions in Texas are among the largest and most famous in the world, drawing thousands of hunters annually to the Lone Star State. The Panhandle region offers a great choice for hunters looking for giant feral hogs, often weighing more than 100 pounds. Professional hunting companies often organize these expeditions, providing hunters with equipment, guides, and accommodation. Before each hunt, the hunter group will be moved to a common gathering area. Discussions and posting of information and regulations of the hunting area will be captured right at this time. They will be then divided into hunting teams, and then they will begin the journey to find the giant wild boar. Challenging terrains and high wild boar populations makes this a top destination for those chasing a significant trophy. If you think just spend money to buy a hunting license and you can go to any hunting area as you like, you must understand that hunting and observation skills are very important. Unlike normal wild boars, this giant wild boar has incredible strength. They range in size from 200 pounds to 600 pounds and are capable of running at twice the speed of normal wild boar breeds. Their skin and fur are thicker, so choosing hunting tools is very important to be able to catch them in one go. In these high and open positions, it is easy to see the direction of wild boars' movement. They will move when they detect strange noises around this area. Seizing this moment, hunters and farmers quickly ran after and caught the wild boars. Everything seemed easy, but no. He missed and the wild boar escaped. With the ability to move fast and far, the giant wild boar left the hunter far behind. Another wild boar was discovered by hunting dogs brought in as support. This wild boar is quite large, possibly weighed about 300 pounds. His flexibility and quick hands help harvesting a large booty, celebrating with teammates. The hill country, characterized by dense forests, provides an ideal environment for hunters looking to engage wild boars in a wooded setting. The diverse landscape offers a unique challenge and rich hunting experience. He literally let the wild boar escape in the blink of an eye. The speed at which it moved was so fast, it seemed impossible to underestimate its power. The hunters immediately split up and moved over greater distances. The probability of catching it will be about 60% higher that way. Will the wild boar be caught this time? Oh, it was taken down by the nearest hunter. That is important. So hunting with teammates can be both safe and will catch a larger number of wild boars. This giant wild boar escaped and moved down towards the farms. Luckily, the hounds were still moving and chasing it. It was knocked down while trying to escape on the hillside. What if a giant wild boar escaped? Simple math will be A giant boar weighing 100 pounds will cost about $3,000, and that's a very bad thing, isn't it? There are hunting teams after the competition time. They will be awarded with prizes right in the forest. The prize can be a medal, and of course, the captured wild boars will be converted into money for the hunter. According to a study published in the Journal of Wildlife Management, the huge wild boar hunting industry in the United States ranks in about $1 billion a year. The money comes from the sale of wild boar's meat, hunting tags, and hunting-related services such as hunting guides and hunting equipment rentals. On average, each hunter in the United States earns about $2,000 per year for hunting giant wild boars. The number of giant wild boars hunted in the United States every year is also significant. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, FWS, approximately 2 million giant feral hogs are hunted in the United States each year. The number of giant wild boars being hunted is increasing due to increased demand for wild boar's meat, and despite all of this, the giant wild boar is still increasing rapidly. So how do Texas farmers deal with millions of giant wild boars attacking cornfields as well? Let's continue watching the rest of the video to know exactly how. First of all, pheasants are herbivorous birds. They eat many different types of plants. Yes, they are one of the invasive species that damage crops. With such small bodies, you cannot know how much they eat. A study in England found that pheasants can eat up to 5,511 pounds of food per day, equivalent to about 15% of the wheat yield of an acre of land. This can cause significant damage to crops, especially during dry periods or water shortages. As the weather gets drier, the fields begin to dry out. Pheasants do not just stop at eating grass. They will dig in the soil to find insects inside the soil and affect many different types of plants and degrade the land. Not only that, but the number of pheasant populations increased rapidly. When entering the reproductive cycle, a pheasant will lay about 10 to 15 eggs. They will lay eggs in enclosed areas such as bushes. The mother pheasant will then incubate the eggs for about 21 days. Newly hatched chicks will then be taken by their mother to look for food. According to a study by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, the growth rate of pheasant populations in Europe is on average about 10% per year. This means that a pheasant population of 100 will increase to 110 by the end of the year. Hunting to control pheasant populations is the leading measure introduced in Europe. In Europe, pheasants are popular hunting birds. This is an important economic activity in Europe. To control the population and increase economic revenue in Europe, European farmers have run parallel pheasant farming systems to serve as hunting services and control wild pheasant populations. It is understood that farmers have generated income from selling pheasants for hunting services. Farmers raise livestock using modern methods from incubation to breeding. The entire farm is surrounded by large nets so that the chickens cannot move outside the farm. In these areas, farmers grow agricultural products to provide food for chickens. When they weigh enough to be hunted, they will be herded into a corner, and about 5 to 10 pheasant harvesters will move to the hunting areas. Pheasant hunting season usually begins in August and lasts until December. During this time, millions of pheasants are hunted each year. Each year, European farmers earn about $500 million from raising and supplying pheasants. About $1.2 billion contributes to the European economy every year in terms of hunting millions of pheasants. After being harvested, pheasants will be released into the field where hunters will have to pay to hunt. And European countries also set regulations and the number of pheasants allowed per day for each hunter. This is to ensure stricter control of the pheasant population. The number of pheasants after being hunted will be harvested and processed by the hunters themselves. Pheasant meat is a popular dish. Pheasant bodies are quite small, and you will think, how many pheasants do you need to use to be able to provide meals for the whole family? An adult male pheasant can weigh up to 2.5 pounds, while a female pheasant will have a smaller weight, which is equivalent to 1.5 pounds. So if your family has about 4 people, you need at least a chicken that is 2.5 to 3 pounds to have enough food for your family members. You know, the price of pheasant meat is quite high, reaching about $15 to $20 per pound, while regular chicken meat costs from $4 to $6 per pound, and chicken here is reaching the price of $5 to $7 per pound. Pheasant meat has a unique flavor and texture, making it a popular dish in many parts of the world. Pheasant meat has a lower fat content, higher protein content, and richer flavor. Pheasant meat is also often considered healthier than regular chicken meat. You can also prepare dishes according to the dishes you like and your family's general taste. In addition to chicken meat, their feathers are used to make hats and jewelry. The best quality pheasant feathers are those from the long-tailed pheasant, the native pheasant species. The feathers of this chicken species have bright colors and high gloss. They are used to decorate hats. The price of normal hats ranges from $50 to $500 piece. The price is quite high and depends on the type of hat. The most expensive pheasant feather hat in Europe is a hat made from long-tailed pheasant feathers, priced at $1,500.
So since these solutions have been effective in preventing the growth of colonies of some invasive species, do you believe in any other better solution? If so, please don't forget to share your comments and opinions down below. Plus, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to support our channel with our upcoming videos. And lastly, don't forget to share this video with all your friends so that they can watch it and enjoy it as well.